And welcome, everyone. This is No Shots Fired. We are coming at you live tonight on Friday, the 28th of September, 2018. We are pumped.
Subtober, right, everybody?
Right, it's a new thing. I'm combining months, just like Dr. Pepper combines flavors, or I guess doesn't, since it's 23 flavors. Oh man, but we're gonna save that for a future episode.
A little tease for everybody there.
Little teaser.
Well, the next episode is episode 30.
Dirty 30 for Dirty Dr. P.
Oh, no.
I think that should probably be the title. This is Nightmare Reunion, however, and it's only episode 29. We're going to be talking about Undertale. Well, a little Undertale Primer, since we're going to start the gaming book club. A D&D update for all of you D&D fans out there. Surprise games. Surprise games. What does that mean? Well, we're going to surprise you with it. And as always, we're going to end the episode by taking your questions. And let's hop to it. So, is the Undertale Primer just Junkblade just talking about Undertale?
As the member of the group that has played it previously to completion and also was the only one of us to start it up again, because he's the only one holding this ship together, I figured... I don't know, just kind of like a broad scope view, kind of just describe what, I mean, I guess it's a popular game, but what Undertale is, and, kind of the basic things that made it stick with you.
Undertale is a game in the vein of sort of like an NES-style RPG, where the battles are what I've heard described as bullet hell scenarios, where you're just trying to dodge attacks as much as you can. There are three basic ways you can play the game. There is pacifist mode, the mode I play on every single way. There is neutral mode, which, pretty apparent what that is just from the name. And then there's genocide mode,
where you try to kill everything.
Also fairly self-explanatory.
Literally everything. In fact, I've heard it is by far the most tedious and unfun way to play the game. It seems completely fair and like something that the designer basically intended.
So, can you even kill... So I have played about 15 minutes. Can you even kill the narrator and stuff?
I think the narrator is you, so...
No, well, okay, then who's the person who coaches you through everything?
Oh, Toriel. Yes, you can murder Toriel.
That seems awfully mean, since she's, saving your life and stuff, but, who am I to judge?
There is a reason she is referred to as Goat Mom in the fandom, because...
Oh boy, I didn't need to know that.
It sounds weird.
I feel like I've...
It's not bad.
It's not like the whole Bowsette thing.
I don't even want to know what that. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
Family-friendly podcast. We will not. Oh God.
I don't even like. The internet, man. It's just, right.
Yep. Moving on. So, I've watched a little bit there's a speed run on one of the most recent GDQs I watched a little bit of. Is there so I kind of have a general idea of the combat, but is there equipment that you get sort of thing?
There is equipment you can get. There are weapons that will assist you if you're doing neutral or genocide mode, and then there's armor that will assist you regardless of what mode you're on.
Okay.
There's a really special armor you can get, but it tends to be rather expensive, although it decreases in price depending on the number of times you've died during the game.
Excellent. Just that twisting the knife in there just a little bit.
Wait, DJ down south, we actually have a real person in chat. We should address this. And I think it's actually somebody who's, they got a crown. What does that mean? Twitch Prime. They've been here before. Is nobody going to address the fact that Junkblade looks like Dave Grohl? We've addressed that in episode 17, which was Junkblade looks like Dave Grohl. You'll have to look it up on YouTube, and yeah.
Yep.
I'm positive we've seen DJ Down South before. Either that or maybe, I guess it is DJ Down South 7, so it might have been one of the other 7 DJ Down Souths that were already taken, I presume.
Could have been. Could have been.
We also have Skinny Seahorse, apparently.
Well, I think anybody who's not talking is a bot, our bot friends. But
would a bot have created their account on March 18th, 2014? I don't think so.
Well, that's fair. I guess that was before the influx of bots who are our biggest fans. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
In the spirit of apparently Junkblade looking like Dave Grohl, Junkblade, what's your favorite Soundgarden song?
You're a Soundgarden fan.
I don't actually know if I have never deliberately listened to a Soundgarden.
All right, Black Hole Sun, and we're moving on. Okay.
Black Hole Sun, and we're moving on. That sounds good by me.
All right.
So
crushed it.
Something about Undertale I've been curious about, and this isn't an easy thing to just kind of. What am I even talking about? It's late. So this game really kind of exploded, right? It felt.
Yeah.
It feels to me like it's a very singular thing. Like, do you think something in this style could get this level of popularity again, or do you think this was are there parts of this game that you're like, I would like to see this continued in an Undertale 2 or a spiritual successor to this game?
Would be very okay with a spiritual successor kind of thing. The story of Undertale is very open and shut.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I really don't like when companies make a sequel to something that had a perfectly open and closed story just to make more money.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have that coin.
Gotta have that coin.
Gotta have that coin.
You cut out for a second there, sorry. Or I did. You guys are probably fine.
I would be very okay with another game in this vein, but not a legitimate sequel. Same with Jade Empire, which I've been playing more of.
Okay.
Would like another game like it. Wouldn't want a direct sequel.
Okay. Would it have? Maybe this. And once I play it, maybe I'll have a better idea. But is it something that you're looking for? The story, kind of the writing story aspect of it, because there's so many characters that I see, art of and all this stuff. Like the characters seem to be a really big aspect of this, but the gameplay also seems to be a very interesting thing. Would this story style carry over to a different style of game play, I guess, do you think?
Yes, I think so.
There is also definitely not Tommy raised an interesting point. First of all, that's probably not Tommy Tom, right?
I mean, it's definitely not, right?
But he raised an interesting point that that money can be a driver of games that should not have sequels. And since it did so well, are we debating whether it should or whether it will, kind of thing?
I think the answer to both is actually no, because I think even the designer does not want to make a sequel to this story.
Man, I am a sucker for money. I would probably.
I feel like the guy probably deserves to capitalize on some of this. Like, not that Undertale didn't sell a ton anyway, but like, I don't know. You can ride that wave a little bit.
I would ride that wave. I would.
But it's basically one guy, right?
That's what I thought.
Toby, something like that, I think.
It was like literally 3 people.
Hey,
because Toby has a character that represents him in the game, and so does one of the people who helped him. I don't know if it's literally either 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, very impressive.
Definitely not Tommy. You know, I feel like you're probably here, right? You could come and join the cast. Okay. You don't have to, but it's good.
Okay. To wrap up the Undertale Primer, what's what your top tier, top tip for a couple Undertale noobs like Valen and I here to really dominate the leaderboards early on.
Yeah, how do we get up the points?
Just make sure to pay attention to what the game is saying because it gives you tips on how to beat the bosses.
Boy. So you're
So
saying I have to be present.
Yeah, each boss fight is intended to be a bit of a puzzle, and so
Oh, this is daunting.
telling you exactly how to beat them would defeat the purpose.
Reading comprehension and
All right.
puzzles.
Get out the graph paper, Valen.
I didn't realize that.
Here
I had
we
to
go.
be, reading the grapes of wrath here. Am
Yeah.
I right? Am I right?
Also, I have Googled it and confirmed that the creator has said there will not be a sequel to this game.
Maybe he'd let us make a sequel and then tell people that he made it, and then people are going to be wildly disappointed.
Right?
I like this idea.
See, if only
Maybe
there were Tommy Tom to fill this name we've got right in this coordinate right here. Oh well. Maybe next time.
Such is life, right?
Right?
If you guys end up having any trouble with any of the bosses, I can try and give you tips on how to beat them.
All right. Make sure you make a YouTube walkthrough, and I'll refer to it.
Yeah. I need it to be a YouTube. I need it to be official like that. Otherwise, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I get a little nervous.
So what you're saying is I have to start over and just do a let's play of the game.
That
for you
is
guys to watch.
exactly what I'm saying.
I'm glad you got it.
Okay, so that's set.
Maybe over Thanksgiving break, I'll consider it.
Boy, I hope we're done with that game by then, right, guys? Right?
Everybody? How long of a game is it?
45 minutes, I'm assuming?
8 to 10 hours.
A tight 45. No, I will beat that. That game will be complete and in my fucking rearview mirror by Thanksgiving.
All right, I am okay with this idea.
Okay. One thing we actually did accomplish in the interim time.
We accomplished something?
Yeah, we made some D&D characters for an upcoming epic adventure. Are we gonna try to stream that? We should try to stream that.
Well, I think we should stream it not so that people can tune. I mean, yeah, people can tune in, sure, but that way, I would love to have it actually recorded, so we can always just go back and watch it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. This is for us, not for you, viewers. But anyway, Valen is
I am the dungeon master. I am your benevolent god. I require that everyone call me Lord and Savior Evan Christ. But so it's kind of like that movie Evan Almighty, except I'm not gonna suck. So
hey now, what's his face?
Did you see that?
Of course I saw it. Steve Carell was perfectly fine. Did he become Noah? Was that what that was?
Yeah.
I think he built an ark and.
Why wasn't he just named Noah?
Why was God flooding the earth again?
He wasn't flooding the earth. It was
like a dam breaking in the valley. It was a much small.
A dam was breaking in literally the most asinine way possible.
It was a much smaller scale flood.
Did a lot of people die, or did he save everybody?
It's a comedy. What do you think?
Everybody, which also is not in keeping with the Tale of Noah at all. But
I think there should be. I think there should have been a dark twist where everybody but Noah dies.
That would have been much more in keeping with the original story.
Right? I feel like they went off canon a bit there. I feel like the fans of the original Tale of Noah are not going to be pleased. That's probably why it didn't do well.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
Do you want to?
I got distracted.
Give
First
us
of all, yes. Let's talk about that. Yeah,
a 45-second setup of like the world.
Can't do that.
32 seconds.
I'm gonna do. It's 45 minutes.
Okay.
It's I just really liked. Quick segue. Speaking of sequels, DJ Down South and Definitely Not Tommy came up with just a really great idea. We need not only a Grapes of Wrath reboot, but sequel and a prequel. And I really like, what was it? The Grapes of Anger, the Grapes Calmed Down a Bit, which is really good. Oh man, Bible 2, The Invasion. That's. We also need to reboot the Bible, and I think we need a sequel.
Bible 2, Reckoning.
The New Testament is.
Oh yeah, okay.
We need a new
trilogy, right?
Yeah, trilogy.
Okay. Anyway, D&D update. So I bring you to the world of. Oh crap! What do we decide to call it?
What was my idea? It was a great idea.
We didn't use yours. We used J Money's idea.
I'm trying to retcon that now because J Money's not here.
Well, you're right. That would be canon if you can come up with it.
Ah, God, I can't
remember. Kentucky. It's the world. It's the kingdom. It's the kingdom of Kentucky. That was one of your suggestions.
That was one of my suggestions.
All right, it's the kingdom of Kentucky, a vast, ancient kingdom brimming with secret power. The premise is really simple. I'm using one of the generic RPG starters where everybody who's playing this campaign is a member of a youth academy. It's a medieval world, and we've got two of the stars of that. Well, actually, they're not at all stars. Everybody in this youth academy is lowborn, impoverished. They are not important members of society.
Whoa. Impoverished?
I
am a proud member of the Aarakocra nobility. Just because I'm incognito.
That could be your backstory. Right now, Doc, run everybody through what your current backstory is. I really like it.
Okay, well, I am Bede Quarncack. Also known as Ghost K. Warden, an Aarakocra Ranger. Let's see, 5'10" and a half, a tight 93 pounds. My skin is storm gray feathers mixed with the golds of my tribal standard, Atomic Tangerine and Baker Miller Pink. Pretty standard stuff.
Is Baker Miller Pink a real...
You bet it is.
Did you just Google types of pinks?
I Googled, what are fancy names of pink? Eyes. I don't need to say it, but it's bright azure with flecks of cyber yellow and dragon's blood, reminiscent of the earliest dawn gazed upon by birdfolk. Take care not to gaze too deep, you may not resurface. Now my backstory, very detailed, is caw.
For those of you who don't know, the Aarakocra are a bird people. So
I'm a birdman.
A proud birdman.
And J Money is going to play a fake bird with the lack of ability for flight, and I'm basically going to spend most of my time needling him about that and flying as much as I possibly can. So it's going to be a great time.
J Money, who's been a guest star on this podcast before, is a member of the Kinku race, which are a raven-like people who lost their wings long ago, now live on the outskirts of society, scraping by for coin by any means necessary. I really like the Kinku because, according to the lore that we looked up, most of their names are just everyday noises. So J Money's name is, I can't make the noise, but it's the sound of a creaky door opening.
And I've already started a list of goofs on that premise of getting his name wrong. So be on the lookout for that, everybody.
So you said you were going to work on your backstory, and instead you're just coming up with ways.
It's just so much more fun to really just beat that into the ground.
No, I'm on board. I'm on board with that.
Making fun of your allies is a time-honored tradition in D&D. Everyone in the group I'm running calls the one player Captain Min-Max.
What's min-max? Oh, because he tries to. Is that where you?
It's where you make your person very overpowered if you can.
You're optimizing your equipment and shit, right? That's the whole premise
to a very high degree.
To an annoyingly high degree kind of thing.
Okay, what so Junkblade, what you made a character for this, right?
Yeah, give us your. You weren't part of this. So we just had last night was our character creation session, which was a lot of fun, a lot of good characters out there. Really looking forward to killing off probably 3 or 4 people so that we have a normal sized D&D party. Although I don't think I'll be surprised if. I mean, I'd be happy if everybody shows up again, but I guess that would be the real.
The odds of a full house on any one session is going to be slim, I think.
But I've got plenty of ways to try to explain that in universe. So hopefully people show up. But if they don't, then they're dead to me forever. So simple.
So I was thinking, just in terms of personality, my character is going to be basically the straight man of the group, where they're just dealing with all of the shit that just goes around.
You're the Jason Bateman.
I'm just here to heal people and occasionally hit people with my sword, sort of thing. So, my character is an ASMR paladin, and for those of you who don't know, an ASMR is a human who has celestial blood somewhere in their family tree, usually a couple of generations back at least.
Okay.
So they have a few slightly angelic abilities, like they have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. And at 3rd level, I think it's only for like 1 minute every long rest, but I can sprout wings and deal some extra radiant damage on attacks.
You can sprout wings.
Yes, that is the benefit that the Protector ASMR gets.
I'm really enjoying the recap or the reenactment of the 3rd Indiana Jones that's going on in chat right now.
It's not my fault Junkblade said penitent, okay? That's what has to happen whenever that word is said.
You know, I feel like the Nazis, and we're talking about Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusade, I feel like they could have gotten through if they had just sent multiple people instead of just continuing to send one at a time. But, you know, just saying. That's what I would have done. Okay, we're going all the way through Indiana Jones in the chat right now. This is great. So anyway, it's gonna have a lot of fun with Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody is members of the youth division of the Royal Officers Academy, but they are in the lowest of the companies. The companies are segregated by class in this universe. Social class, that is, not like Bard, Ranger, stuff like that. And so our heroes are all the dregs of society. Again, I guess Doc's guy, whose name I can't remember and probably will never remember, but his nickname is Ghost K. Warden.
How can you possibly forget Bede Quarncack?
Bede Quarncack. I mean, of course, you're right. I mean, I don't... Bede Quarncack.
I know. It's really good.
I might have to make Indiana Jones and Henry Jones characters.
Oh God, that movie's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's my Indiana Jones hot take. I like that. That's my favorite one. Last Crusade.
That's my favorite one.
It's also my favorite.
Sean Connery is a delight.
He is. He really. I mean, I really do. I like the first one. Not that big a fan of Temple of Doom, but who is? But yeah, I just really like the third one. I feel like they just really, with Sean Connery, they just really nailed it.
Yeah, definitely.
I know a lot of people. First one was great, but man, there's more Sala in the.
Oh yeah,
third one.
Marcus Brody.
Marcus Brody has a bigger role in the third one. Just a great crew. Just a great crew.
Plus, in the third one, you get the meme of "You have chosen."
Yes.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, like, there's just so much. It's too bad they never made a fourth one. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Too bad they never made a fourth one. A lot of potential, I thought, for that.
Harrison Ford was. It's just good to see Harrison Ford again, and I will not hear. If you watch Temple of Doom right before watching that one, it's not as bad.
That's true.
And that's what I did when I went and saw it in the theater. So I left that going, okay. It was just good to see Harrison Ford again.
It's good it's good to see him out there again. Tommy, or definitely not Tommy, asking which one Gimli's in, which I think is pretty funny. That's a funny thing to say.
Well, that's John Rhys Davies. So.
Yep.
Right.
So he's in the first and third one, I think. Right? He's in two of them.
He's in. Yeah, they introduced him. They introduced Marcus and him in the first one. It's just they don't have very big parts. They're
no camels. Just he keeps grabbing those camels.
I do think the first one, that intro, that first like 7 minutes.
I mean, the first one is fantastic. But
that's one of the best intros of any movie of all time.
Weird Al spoofed it in his movie UHF, and it was a pretty good spoof.
You know, somehow I didn't see that movie.
I actually really enjoyed it myself, but I understand why it would not be your kind of thing.
I just don't know if I'm a Weird Al guy, which, nothing against him, just I don't know if that's my cup of tea. Who is a Weird Al guy? Let's take a vote in chat. Weird Al, yay or nay?
Yay.
He's a fun guy. A little gangly. He's all right.
Is he still doing stuff?
I think so.
What do you think Weird Al's up to right now?
I mean, they're still doing music parody.
Probably sleeping. We're talking about literally right now.
What if he's on the West Coast? Junk blade.
Surprise! Now we're doing surprise games. Had to surprise everyone.
Oh God!
So, boom.
Okay.
So surprise games. The premise behind this is, what was a game that you were surprised by? How much you ended up liking it?
Yeah, we're trying to be a little more positive with this one. So, not necessarily one that you thought was going to be like absolute butt, and then thought was good, but maybe one you're like, oh, this will be okay, and then like we're like, oh wow, I'm really into it. Like I am. Like that noise, right? You get into this register, and it's like, oh.
Did we actually? I came up with one. We did a little during the walkthrough of this podcast. We discussed.
What's that game?
Are you trying to be like Tom Waits? Is this a Tom Waits voice?
I don't know, but I can't stop now, so keep talking.
All right, we've got. Tommy Tom.
If only we had Tommy Tom on the cast, so we could get his opinion.
Some things are beyond the realm of possibility.
Sorry, Val, you had a game.
Okay, I liked Rocket League a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, because I probably should have saved some of the, because I streamed sometimes where I was trying to convince you and various other people to play that game
and we
months.
Did not want to.
I felt like it was months before I finally got.
It was a long time because we all just kind of held out for.
And now let's how many hours played you got on that bad boy now?
I don't.
If we do
should
it,
I
just,
really
just
wanna-
a quick check.
Should I really say that out loud? Oh my god. How about you say yours first, and hopefully you have more than me?
Well, mine on this system, because I have it on multiple systems, is 478 hours.
Well, mine's 549, so I was really hoping you'd have me beat still on this.
Well, that was definitely one where describing it was not helpful in terms of hooking people on it. You had to get
play it.
Yeah, you had to get them to try it. But yeah, that is a very good example.
I guess. Well, and to walk it back to why it took us so long to really get into it. Yeah, I mean, just describe it. It's like it's remote control cars playing soccer. So I don't know.
Yeah. But get that first goal and game over. Okay, Junkblade, you got one?
I actually have a few I can think of. The very first one would actually be Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
I remember you and Tommy wanting to, or at least you wanting to pick that up at Best Buy, and I was pointing to something else that I was like, oh, we should get this instead. I don't even remember what it was. I'm sure it was crap. But I ended up liking Phantasy Star Online a lot. If I had to guess, I'd say played not this specific playthrough, but in general, like over 700 hours on that game.
I can't read. I don't know if I want to read that name, but it's a bright neon green. And my head is brighter than his future. My head is brighter than a lot of futures. You should be happy, though. I've positioned the light specifically to really get the gleam on
pretty
the
good
top.
lighting on this one compared to some of our previous episodes.
Well, this house has been gutted. There's nothing left. There's this bed, and I have a makeshift. This is a makeshift desk made of a piece of trifold foam display board and set on top of my piano stand. So this is this is my piano sitting on my piano bench. So that's what we're dealing with.
I think that's solid. That's solid stuff.
It's very, very much a poor man's setup here.
Okay.
But I got my keys here. So I'm drive anywhere I want.
Oh, please. Okay.
Ow.
That was
wait. Quick throwback to D&D. I wrote in the interest of really making this, our brand more, I don't know, tangible. I wrote us a theme song to introduce the game with. So
excellent.
A dark, kind of dire, but a still uplifting theme song. Very much kind of a Lord of the Rings sort of.
Oh, hang on. I think you sent me it. Hang on.
Oh, this is
God, what am I in for?
What did I send you?
No, hang on. I got it.
Because I wrote this like last night, but
no, yeah, but you sent it to me. It's good. Hang on.
Okay. All right.
Hang on.
We're all nobody's going anywhere.
Just bear with me. Bear with me for a moment. Just gonna find it. Hope everyone's got their audio primed and ready.
Can't wait to hear apparently the thing that I sent Doc.
All right, here we go.
Shoot, I guess I gotta turn on the.
I mean, I just feel D&D. You've done a great job capturing.
This is Thanks, man. Yeah, I really I put a lot of hours into this. So
I mean, you made a music video. It's fantastic.
The music. Yeah, wow. I don't remember sending that to you, but
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you did it in just in the stupor after the creative process was complete. No. So everyone look forward to that.
That actually is pretty great intro music.
I'm apparently the only one who can't hear this right now.
What's the over-under? So right now we've got 7 people in the party, or 8 if Tommy Tom decides to play.
All right.
But what are the odds of ever getting all 8 of them together for one session?
1 in
Slim.
8,000.
Slim.
I mean, I was proud. Last night we got 6 people. That was pretty good.
That's true. Well, we might say early on we might, but
yeah, I mean, like people definitely.
Yeah.
But
I like this because I think it'll allow it to kind of be a more consistent thing. Like, for the people, whoever can make it, and that's good. But we can kind of keep the story going without, because like, if you have to rely on every person making it every time, it's really that inertia is tough to overcome.
Yeah, totally agree. So I do think it's going to be good that we have 8 people and we just like rotate. So for those of you who've played Dungeons and Dragons, we're not playing in a traditional format in the sense that we'll have people kind of rotating in and out. We're just going to share experience between the whole group. Everyone levels up together. I am going to have permadeath, but there will be plenty of other people you can just either take over, make a new character, or whatever. So, the thing is, I think if people work together and do the things they should, people won't
theoretically.
Die, but theoretically, so I've only done the first real the first chapter, which really shouldn't be too bad, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Tommy Tom, who may or may not even be playing, says he's not sharing his experience. I could come up with an individual experiences, but I feel like that'd be really, really bad for the group's cohesiveness. You'd have a lot of people trying to get that final hit and stuff.
I took it more like he's not sharing like his experiences, like in terms of events of his life.
Oh yeah, that's
where I took that one.
You could make your Eric Croker a spy and just write classified like you wanted to do for that.
I was so close to doing that.
I really, really like that idea.
Surprise game. I have one. There's a. Actually, you know what surprised me was because I know you guys had always talked to me about Final Fantasy Tactics. And I finally got the Game Boy Advance game for that. And I figured I would enjoy it, but that combat was such a different thing from Final Fantasy, and so kind of having that name, I wasn't quite sure how I would, because I had been so used to the standard Final Fantasies, but I ended up putting 80 or 90 hours into that game and just loved the party building and the combat and all like the different restrictions the judges put on. Like it really made it so that you didn't get tired of the battle system, and I was very impressed with Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I still have to go back and do the PlayStation one. Do I have that still?
I do think you would like the PlayStation one.
I do have it. Okay.
Well, we've got people in chat who are mentioning things. Are we not saying what Tom?
No, we're not saying that because he's lying.
Okay.
I've never played a Command and Conquer game.
I haven't either, which seems weird since we were more StarCraft people was the issue.
I think my brother Command and Conquer, like at least maybe it's. I mean, I could be totally wrong on this, but I felt like maybe its heyday was just before we got aged into the RTS genre, and it got overrun by Warcraft and StarCraft. I could be wrong, but I remember my brother had a Command and Conquer game, but I never got into them. So, Junkblade, Command and Conquer, floating your boat. Boat floating.
What now? Command and Conquer. I have never actually played. I am really bad with real-time strategies.
Are you, or are you the best? I bet you could beat Tom. He's never played one. Especially if he tries something as silly as something called the burst build, right? That'd be ridiculous.
Man, I love all the shade being thrown.
A lot of
here.
callbacks. A lot of callbacks here, deep in the
A
lore.
lot of callbacks. Yeah, you can just Google if you don't know what burst build is. You can Google it. It's at the top of the meta right now.
It is the meta.
What was I? Oh, and we got earlier. DJ Down South had mentioned a game that he liked, which was ESO, which I feel like I should know what that stands for.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah. Okay.
I gave it a shot. I wasn't impressed.
All right, Junkblade a shitting on it.
That's my job.
And you dunked on. Okay.
And that's it, right? We're out. We're out of.
I think
Game Plus. That's it.
Do you still have to pay for the monthly, whatever, on that game? Anybody know that? Anybody
Wait,
got a,
No, I'm confusing Elder Scrolls Online and Elder Scrolls Legends. Elder Scrolls Online.
God, no!
I
Just
have not
commit. Just
played.
commit to it, Junkblade. You already dunked.
You dunked.
Don't tell me you own.
dunked.
Don't admit to own goaling.
I was talking about the card game they made that I thought was very unimpressive.
Now I got to edit this whole part of the podcast. Just.
Anyone played Scratches? Has anyone played Scratches?
I have not heard of Scratches.
That feels like a fake thing. Is that fake? Is that a fake?
There's probably a game called Scratches, right? It's just such a common word. If there's not, we need to make a game called Scratches because that's a good name for a game.
Scratches Director's Cut.
I don't think
it's on Steam, but I don't know if it doesn't seem like I can actually buy it.
you guys like this. How do you guys like how I'm sitting right now?
Perfectly fine.
Do you feel safe?
Pretty good. I do. I feel much safer. There's a lot of shade being thrown, so I have to protect myself.
Oh, Age of Empires is a great game.
Age of Empires.
That was one. That was
that
one we
forever.
played. We played a fair amount of. The
Yeah.
Teutonic Knights was my go-to.
Caesar 3. Anyone play that?
What?
I feel like I've heard of it.
From Sierra. It was you build a town.
Definitely not then.
Well, you are. I'll tell you what, though, you're selling me. You are selling me on it.
You build a Roman town.
Oh God, I am in. I've already bought it. I'm playing it now. I'm playing it. Loving it. Building.
Watch out for those barbarians.
No, I made peace with them. They're part of my system, my civilization now. Just kidding. I killed all of them.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
That was a good one. I guess we're a bit far afield of surprise ones because.
Wait, you just thought you're gonna love?
Wow, I was like 7. I didn't have any thoughts. I was like, oh, cool, roller coasters. What's a tycoon? Then I started playing it. It was fine.
Myth 2. I thought it looked cool, but it turned out to be like my favorite game ever. So.
Looking at the Civ 4. Civ is a game I still...
Myth, I guess.
So... daunting.
Wait, did we figure out what Scratches is?
It's a fake PC game that was banned off Steam for being fake. I believe.
That would explain things, like the fact that you can't seem to download it anymore.
Okay, I was being facetious, but I could be right too. We never know.
Wait, you can't. It's not on Steam anymore. They took it off.
They delist stuff sometimes. It's not.
It's listed in Steam. Like I see the page. I just don't see like an option to download or buy it. It's
fake game. All right, we've our official position. Scratch is fake, and that brings us to. Wait, how long have we been going? I feel like we haven't filled up an hour.
We're
Normally
at 45 minutes.
Well, we can do 15 minutes of questions. We got 2 people in chat, which is rare.
Does anyone have a question about...
I can talk about stuff for sure. I can play you
What's around me? The usefulness of diaper boxes after all the diapers are out of them. They've got some handy handles. They're a pretty good size to hold some stuff. And
I think you just need to throw those away, but...
Well, no, they hold stuff, and they got little handles in the side of the boxes.
I feel like isn't that how, like, the suburban hoarding kind of phase of your life starts? You're just going to have a garage full of
they're not
boxes.
Empty boxes. I got shit in them.
Right. Other stuff you probably don't need.
Well, I'm going to take them out of the boxes when I have a functioning basement again. Probably. Well, that Cookie Monster face is very weird.
Wait, are you telling me your basement's not finished right now? 'Cause I think it looks...
I mean, it could be from a certain point of view.
You got the chair there. You got that cool artwork on the walls.
Yeah, I did. That's an original painting by me right behind me.
We've got a philosophical question, I think, in chat, which is: have you ever are the booty?
Always, 24/7.
Never.
24.
Sometimes. Oh no. Okay. Well, you can't. This is a family-friendly fucking podcast, DJ Down South. Do not answer.
No, I have not.
Or at least a Twitch compliant podcast.
Nope. Because that's gross.
Wait, are we talking about pirate booty? Because why would you eat the gold? Oh, to like get through a checkpoint or something?
You're just passing. That's going to be a nightmare.
I was thinking I'd try to vomit it back up. It's probably not great either way.
Yeah.
Take some Ipecac and...
Do pirates have access to that?
Yeah, Pirate Evan always carries Ipecac.
Okay.
You guys don't have Ipecac on your person?
I try not to. Just as a general rule.
What do you carry on you?
If I'm gonna vomit, I'm gonna earn it hard way. No shortcuts. No shortcuts on this pirate ship.
On me at all times.
What do you carry on you at all times?
Phone and wallet. Pretty much.
I carry Ipecac, a 40-foot length of hempen cord. And my wits. Those are on me at all times.
A dog-eared first edition of Robinson Crusoe. For obvious reasons.
Why would you carry the first edition?
I don't have to. I mean, they made changes in the subsequent editions. Okay, does anyone else have a... Thomas, ask a question.
I think we're killing. We're killing. We're getting questions. We're answering all of them.
I feel like that. Yeah, we asked and answered. Moving on.
Hey, Valen, can you make a humming noise for the next 8 minutes to fill out the time? I probably could. Let's check it out. Okay, we've got 2 potential questions now. Okay. We have either what is the best. No. What is the best is one of the questions.
Okay.
And the other one is, if you had a game made about your life, explain your game, which I enjoy. Although what is the best is a pretty good one.
Actually, fun fact, a game has already been made about my life, and that game's title, you may have heard of it, is... I should have decided on one before I started talking.
I thought you
a little game called Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. 100% accurate to my life story. I am a pop idol in Japan who makes friends with Fire Emblem characters, and I am protecting the world from the malaise of evil mist that is creeping in on the city of Tokyo. So you're welcome, everybody. Arigato. Goes on.
That's a real game, and that's the premise.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is it in the Fire Emblem universe, or
it's a combination of Fire Emblem and Persona-ish, kind of. More Shin Megami Tensei than Persona, I guess, if you want to get technical about it.
We are perfectly fine with getting technical about it.
But no, totally, that's my life's game. I believe, Val, they've also made your life already as a game. You want to share why that game is called Puyo Puyo Tetris?
What's it called? What's my life called? Run me through that name one more time.
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Well, fun fact, yeah, I already made my game. It's Puyo 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 Puyo. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Well,
no wait, I got a better one.
Okay, all right.
The game?
No, wait, I just thought.
The game that's based strictly, just really so accurately on Valen's life is Sanrio World Smash Ball for the Super Famicom. You can go ahead and Google that if you want, but you don't bother, Valen, because you already know your life story. But Sanrio World Smash Ball.
Sanrio?
Mm-hmm.
What's a Sanrio? That is my life, but I also don't know my life. Okay.
You can type it into the old internet engine if you want.
I don't know how to spell Sanrio.
Sanrio.
Yeah, all right, Junkblade, describe the game of your life.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Because it is buggy and unfinished, but they tried very hard.
That's really good. Mario Party is based off Tommy Tom. Well, definitely not Tommy's life. I'm not sure. Or Yoga Tom. He's got 3 different names. I'm not sure which one we're going.
Yeah, where's Yoga Tom? What happened to the Yoga Empire?
Tom,
where's the Yoga Empire?
He couldn't remember his password.
Oh boy. Empires are toppled by the smallest of actions.
For want of a nail, the kingdom was lost.
Yes.
Ooh, wow, that's good. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Let's keep going with the that theme. And you got any other quotes?
It's a me, Mario.
Nailed it.
I've got another random Shakespeare one.
Okay.
Well, mine was applicable to the situation, but you were
no, this is not applicable to.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it. You gotta say it now. We'll make the situation applicable.
The tyrannous and bloody deed is done, the most arch deed of piteous massacre that ever yet this land was guilty of.
Dark. Or maybe he was just talking about like having Arby's.
Hey, sometimes you have to go. You have to go for the big Montana, okay?
And on that note,
it's not easy.
I think we're exactly at an hour, right?
It's not easy, but you have to go for the big Montana.
Hello? Did I lose you guys? Uh-oh.
Your camera's frozen. I can hear you.
I'm back.
My favorite Shakespeare, Billy S. quote. If I,
Billy S.
I could be allowed to quote the bard here, is,
We've already done it twice, so...
Boy, that Hamlet's a bitch, huh? That's my favorite one.
That was the point of that whole of Hamlet. Was...
Just like, okay, we get it.
My dad died because somebody killed him.
Yeah.
And then he came back in ghost form and talked to me.
Yeah.
And then
as if we haven't all been there before.
Man, The Lion King really is just Hamlet, except with lions and animated.
And James
and like, happy ending.
And like way better.
Yeah. I don't recall Hakuna Matata. That hot banger.
To be fair, with nearly 550 some years of development, you'd expect it to be better.
Who's your favorite Lion King character?
But that much better.
Zazu, best character.
He is the king's major domo.
I like him because
Rafiki. That monkey,
You don't like
tugging
Rafiki,
at
no?
the strings of power. Anointed Kingmaker. Kingmaker Rafiki.
True.
Okay.
But you got to keep in mind that Zazu he's a, what do you call those birds? I really like those birds. That a toucan. No, he's not a toucan.
He's not a toucan.
Is he a toucan?
He's not cool
I think
enough
he's
to
like
be
a-
a toucan.
I think he's like a hornbilled. Is he really a toucan? I think he's like a
He's a
hornbilled
lame
something.
bird. Here we go. I'm looking it up. Zazu bird.
Hornbill.
Birdman.
Red-billed hornbill. He does look like a toucan to me, though.
Red-billed hornbill? Jeez.
Yes.
What a mess.
Oh yeah, he isn't a toucan because
Because he's not cool enough to be a toucan.
He's
Best
not cool
care?
enough to be a toucan.
Okay, new best character, Whoopi Goldberg as one of the hyenas.
Shenzi.
Shinzi.
Her name
always
means
forget-
uncouth in Swahili.
I forget what the second one is named, but I always remember Ed.
Shenzi, Bonsai, and Ed.
Bonsai.
Any thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance? My thoughts are I didn't buy it, but also I wouldn't.
Seconded.
I didn't think it looked bad. We know somebody, T-Raptor got it. He was not that impressed, especially he wanted something more in the vein of like The Witcher 3 in terms of a good, engrossing story, and apparently did not get that. So, but that our opinion on this is based secondhand, so on one other person. Could be an awesome game. I'm taking a firm stand and saying maybe. I'm gonna shut the door since Tommy Tom's going to sleep. I don't want to hear him to hear us from all the way wherever he's from. And I'm back.
All right. So I think we're ready to... All right, so what do we think... Do we think we're going to play Undertale before next podcast?
I assume you're going to play it before the next podcast.
Yes, I will
before
play it. I will play it.
By the next podcast.
Sure, I'll play it. How long do we have to play it for? An hour? I can do an hour.
I was going to say an hour.
Okay.
I think
do an
it's
hour.
reasonable.
I need to get back into the randomizer, too. I need to make you guys do it.
Oh, we need to actually do that.
Okay, so we have lots of plans. I'm sure we'll convert on some of them eventually. But,
And then we'll see you in a week. DJ down south, it's good to see you again. I am relatively certain that we have talked to you before, and it's always good to have you stop by. I'd like to thank
Always
definitely
good to
not...
have any non-bots stop by.
We had 3 of them tonight. That's a personal record for like the last 10 episodes. So
boom, we should do late night more often, apparently.
apparently. We thought we were going to get nobody because it was late night, but these are prime twitching hours. it's the twitching hour. Get it?
Oh,
It's like
God, I have to stop. I have to stop the stream.
it's also like literally midnight your time, so it's so good.
Oh, I hate everything.